everybody. Today I'm going to be in the truck teaching you how to drive on gravel. So here we go. The first lesson is gravel is unpredictable, and as are the people that drive on gravel. You really need to practice a lot on gravel to be able to do it. You can't just go out and be a good gravel road driver. It takes a lot of practice. Now, I've been driving on gravel since I was 14, so that's 11 years so far that I've been driving on gravel, and I've probably got 20 or 30,000 miles of gravel driving experience. So I feel very comfortable on gravel, and sorry, I just kind of lost my train of thought there. I'm going past the farm where my great grandma used to live, and they've built a new house and knocked the old one down, so that kind of threw me there a second. Anyway, like I was saying, you need to practice a lot on gravel to be able to do it well. Gravel's unpredictable because it'll have hard and soft spots, it'll have thick and thin spots, and then ruts and washboards. Now, a washboard happens when there's a pothole and then people driving over it, the tire goes down and then the vehicle bounces a little bit, and then you get a whole bunch of bumps in succession, and that tends to kind of upset vehicles and get them spinning. The ruts are just for people driving down the road, and the tire will throw loose gravel to the sides of the road, which on a gravel road you drive down the center until you get to a hill like this, then you get off to the right side, and once you're past the hill you get back in the center. And people drive in the center of the road because that's where it's safe. You want as much room on both sides to correct if you start losing control as possible. With the center being a hard pack spot and throwing all the loose gravel to the sides, and also road graders pushing all the loose stuff to the sides, people don't drive on the side. That also makes it softer. It's incredibly soft by the shoulder. So when you get a vehicle over towards the shoulder, the tire on the outside of the road will sink into that loose gravel, and it'll try and pull the vehicle into that ditch. Now, it's a necessity to drive towards the shoulder on hills, so you need to be prepared that the shoulder may try and suck you in. Another thing is, you don't use a lot of grip on the steering wheel when driving on gravel. I mean, you have to have a hold of it, and I use both hands so I can react faster, but I don't use a whole lot of pressure on the wheel because gravel has varying consistency. You need to kind of let the vehicle go with the flow. Don't fight it too much, or you're just going to be wore out. Just kind of do small corrections, just kind of keep it traveling in the general direction you want to go. Now, I'm coming up to a corner here, and later on in the video I will show you how to drift around corners. It's not a smart thing to do unless you are very good at driving on gravel, because drifting around corners is a good way to end up in the ditch. Real quick, I'm driving a Ford Ranger that's in rear-wheel drive mode. I'm not using four-wheel drive. You don't need it unless it's really bad roads. And it has an automatic transmission. So a lot of the information I'm giving you translates to all vehicles on gravel. But the drifting around corners, that's kind of an all-wheel drive or rear-wheel drive thing. I mean, you can pull an e-brake on a front-wheel drive and do it, but it's not, not very fun. So, yeah, some of the information is biased towards all-wheel drive and rear-wheel drive, but a lot of it's good information for anybody driving on gravel. And, well, the reason I actually do drive on gravel is because to me it's enjoyable. I can just go out, listen to the tires on the gravel. I can just relax, focus on keeping the vehicle going straight. It's I don't know, it's soothing to me. It's just like riding a motorcycle. It's a constant balancing act of power and, well, actually balance. Just out in the elements, enjoying nature. A lot of it's the same. A lot of it's just fields, but it does change. no traffic out here. The only cops I've ever seen on gravel have been going to accident scenes or going home, so that's another thing to think about. But you might notice in the video, I do travel at a decent rate of speed, and I do things like go around corners sideways, but that's because I have the experience and the talent necessary to do so. You're not going to be able to go out and do that your first time on gravel. You need to practice going straight down the road before you can start going sideways down the road. I might as well start showing you how to slide around corners, because honestly, if I keep talking about how to drive on gravel safely, you're not going to keep watching the video. But one last thing before I tell you how to drift around corners. Accidents on gravel roads in rural areas are almost, well, I don't want to say almost always fatal, but if you get hurt out in the middle of the country, it's going to take a while for an ambulance to get there. And I've come up over hills before where you come up over the hill and it's just cow, broadside, you know. What do you do about that? Hit the brakes as hard as you can and then try and take the ditch. Usually if it's the size of a medium-sized dog or smaller, I hate to say it, but you just hit the animal, because it'll do less damage than going for the ditch. Now if it's like a deer are kind of iffy, but if it's a cow or a farm tractor or, you know, something like that, probably want to try for the ditch. You slow down as much as possible, get as far over as possible, and then take the ditch as a last resort. So there are a lot of dangers out here. The fact that it's an unpredictable surface with unpredictable conditions, there are no dividing lines. People drive way too fast, which I could probably be accused of that on more than one occasion. But just slow down, take it easy until you get comfortable. But don't be reckless, because you'll hurt somebody or yourself real bad. Okay, safety lecture over. To be a complete hypocrite now, this is how you go sideways around a corner. Like this corner, for instance, it's a left-hand corner, so I'm going to start on the right side of the road. So go out wide, cut to the inside corner, and accelerate. Counter steer is necessary. By counter steer, I mean the back end of the truck is going that way, so I'm going to turn the wheel that way. The more throttle I give it, the more the back end's going to rotate. If I let off the throttle, it'll rotate less. So now I have a right-hand corner, and I'm going to do a flick. So I start on the right-hand side of the road, go to the left. Oh. I just about went in the ditch there. See, that's the thing. You can get overconfident in your abilities, like when you're trying to do a big sideways spin around a corner for people on YouTube. I didn't realize this road, I was going down the road and it was back this way. It wasn't a 90-degree corner, so I got into that too hot and I was going too fast. I stopped very quickly when I realized that, but you know, someone like me who's confident driving on gravel tries to show off a little bit for people on the internet, and then I about put my truck in the ditch. So let's not do that again. Okay, so the flick I was trying to describe before I panicked, because I'm trying to be a YouTube presenter instead of really focusing on what I'm doing. With flick, if I wanted to turn left, I would go to the center of the road, turn right first, and then turn left sharply to get the weight of the vehicle flicked out. So I go right, and then go to the center, turn right, and then go left. So it preloads the weight of the vehicle onto the suspension, and then it helps you carry the vehicle around the corner. Now I'm going to go left here, so I'm going to go center of the road, go to the right, and then go to the left and accelerate. Clip the inside of the corner, counter steer as I went around, and then straighten out. I'm going to go ahead and turn around right here, do that same corner, and try and flick around it again. And then while I'm turning around, I'll show you a picture of the line I'm talking about when I go around corners. This time around the corner, I'm not going to flick right, so I'm just going to go kind of left of center a little bit. Slow down as much as I need to. Turn right, accelerate, counter steer, let off the gas a little bit, and then keep going. Now the back end I felt was rotating around too far, so I let off the gas a little bit and it helped straighten it out. If you want to turn around a corner more, just gas it a little more and you go right around. Okay, I've got a truck approaching me. We both get over to the right side of the road, and it's soft over here, so I'm always aware of that. Truck goes by, you wave at everybody in the country because they're friendly, usually, and then I get back in the center. Easy as that. Now up ahead, I've got that corner I about went into the ditch on, and I am going to go around this a little more slowly, but I'm still going to spin around it. This is less than a 90-degree corner. So I'm going way over to the left, going over to the right, and now I am stopping because some jerk put a big bag of trash in the middle of the intersection. Alright, left-hand turn. I am not going to flick around this corner. I'm simply going to the right-hand side of the road because I'm turning left. And then turn left, accelerate hard, counter steer, and there we go. That was a nice over 90-degree turn. That was a, I don't know, 120-degree turn. Those are easier, I think, to spin around than a 90-degree corner, or like that one back there by that bridge. It was about a 70-degree turn that I about went into the ditch on. A note about stopping on gravel while I'm doing it. You need to give yourself extra room to stop because it's a slippery surface and you don't want to go shooting off onto the road into traffic if you come up to like a paved road like this one. So extra stopping space because you're going to need it. Another thing while I'm going up to this next intersection where I'm going to try and flick around it, with an automatic I like to keep one foot over the brake so that if I need to transfer weight onto the front of the vehicle for steering, because if I'm understeering, which means turn the wheel, the vehicle doesn't follow the wheels when they're turned, I just get off the gas, put a little bit of brake on, and then it transfers weight to the front of the vehicle so it can turn. That's also good to have your foot above the brake in case there's a tractor or a cow just over the hill that you're not aware of. Less response time moving your foot over onto the brake versus just having it there. So, also, when you come up over the top of hills and over intersections, that sort of thing, I like to lift off the gas and coast over it because that doesn't transfer too much weight onto the front. And it doesn't transfer weight onto the back. It just kind of keeps the vehicle even, because if you accelerate over a big rise, it might kick the back end out. Or if you're accelerating real hard, you might lose steering. Alright, now this corner, I'm going to flick around, so I'm going right, left, and then brake, and then right, and then counter steer. And you'll notice when I go around corners like that, kicking the back end out, I don't put the pedal to the floor. I go about half to 3/4 throttle, and the reason for that is if I need to turn the vehicle more, if I need to rotate the vehicle around the corner more, I can still put my foot down a little more, get the wheels to spin faster. I can steer around, and then I can always let off to straighten the vehicle out. Now, if you go into a turn, no throttle, and the back end spins around on you, you're going in way too fast. If you go in and you can't get it to rotate, you're going in too slow. I think I've given you enough information to drive safely and recklessly on gravel, so use your own discretion. Sliding the back end around corners like that can actually get you exhibition driving tickets, failure to maintain control, that sort of thing, so use that at your own risk. But I am to a paved road that I need to take into town, so that is gravel driving tips for today. If you have any questions, please leave it in the comments comment section. And as always, thank you for watching, and remember to subscribe.